story. And if you enjoy the video, you know, at the end, throw a like or a little comment on there, and I appreciate it. But first things first, I'm B, your host with the most, smoking the most. So, you're not 18 or older, because YouTube's gonna be on my dick. If you're not 18 or older, go ahead and get the fuck out of here. And if you are 18 and older, then stay on or, you know, get the fuck out of here. It's your choice. But if it was me, I would stay. I got a funny little story to tell you. But basically, this channel is going to be all things plant-based, all things animal-based, and pretty much anything in between. So, before we get into the story, now that we got the initial greeting out the way, let's go ahead and get started. This is the garden. And yeah, man. Go ahead and get into this. And if y'all get annoyed, I got a fan on. It's fucking hot. It's summer. What you want me to do? And I'm B, you know. Gotta have everything B related. Even the ashtray. The ashtray, y'all. Honeycomb. The B on top. Alright. Go ahead and get into this. Okay. So, got them, flame them up, enjoy the story. I'm gonna try to actually smoke while telling the story, because I will forget and then start talking. But, so basically, I wake up one day. I'm 18 years old. And, you know, like any other day, I wake up, I brush my teeth. I go and use the bathroom, take out the dogs and all of that. And that's before I lived here. So I didn't have as many animals. I only have one dog. His name is Butch, by the way. Y'all see him on one of these videos one day. I just haven't got around to it yet. But, so, it's me and Butch. We're just chilling at the house. Take him out, do my thing, probably get something to eat. I end up getting on Snapchat, and I seen that my guy had more than just weed that day. So, what I do is I look at it and I see acid on there. So, I'm either gonna get acid today, or I'm gonna wait until my best friend comes back. But he's on active duty, so I wait and I get it now, or I wait forever long until he comes back. So, shout out to my boy Trod. But I end up going and I just go ahead and get the tabs and I get me a half ounce. Because, I mean, fuck it, right? So, it's like a Thursday when I'm doing this, by the way. I have zero things to do. So, I'm just going for it. At the time, I worked for a move company. And if you've ever worked for a move company, you know how it is. Like, they're going to either tell you today you're going to work, or they're not going to tell you. And that's how you know you don't work that day. So, let me know if there's any of y'all that work for a move company and y'all know how I feel with that. They will not call you and tell you nothing. You'll just be sitting there. Wake up early, no call, no text. Lay right back down, or get up and go start your day. Fire up a wood. Anyways, so I get my stuff. It's about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. My mother has to go to work at 6 o'clock. So I get it. She's already at work. She's not getting home until probably like 4 o'clock. Something like 4 o'clock. I end up taking it. I'm sitting there and I'm such an impatient person when I'm smoking. when I'm drinking, when I'm taking edibles. I'm just an impatient person. So what I end up doing is rolling up. By the way, this is 3 grams. Y'all will actually see a video of me rolling this. Back into it. But so I'm impatient. I end up going and I just go and I smoke and I'm sitting in the car smoking. At the time, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend because I'm telling her everything, like I'm doing this, that, and the third. And it's only been probably 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes maximum, just talking, chatting on the phone. As time goes by, my body starts feeling funny and I don't feel as normal as I used to. I start feeling like I don't even know, man. Like I'm going on a roller coaster. But it's like just the up part. Like I'm just still going up and I'm just getting jittery. I'm just shaking, like I'm ready. And so I'm sitting there and I don't know what it was, but I just felt it like kick in, and it's like all the weed that was in my system just went away. So what I do is I'm in the back of a car. I'm outside smoking. I'm in the back of a car and I'm in the back seat. So you can understand the picture in my head. I'm in the back of the car with the back seat. The front seat in front of me, I'm behind the passenger side. So I laid that seat down. So I kicked my feet up and I could just lay back and relax with my feet up and all propped up and have a drink in there. Because nobody drove this car. It wasn't going nowhere anyway. I end up just sitting there and I'm sitting there smoking, talking on the phone. And I look up, and from the back seat, I look through the windshield. And when I look up, I'll have to probably put a picture or something in here. I ended up drawing this picture one day when I was at work, just sitting there bored. But the first picture or vision, whatever you want to call it, the first thing that I see when I look up is just a skull, and it has a pyramid just sitting on top of its head. And I'm sitting on the phone and I'm talking. And when I look up and I see it, I just stop. I just blank. Because I don't know what to say anymore. What could you say when you see some shit like that? I just saw some real shit that no one else has ever experienced. Like, you've never seen that before, ever. And it felt like it was actually there. It was like 10 feet off the ground, just right there in the bushes. And I'm sitting there. The only thought that goes in my mind is like, it's happening. So that's what I say. And I go, my girl's like, are you okay? Hey, stop talking. I'm like, it happened. She's like, what do you mean it happened? I'm like, it fucking happened. I'm like, it kicked in. I'm high. So I end up going in the house. I'm still on the phone with her talking the whole time, but I'm telling her everything that's happening. I'm telling her how the walls are shaking and how the roof, it looks spiky. It looks like kind of like fingers coming down out of the ceiling like that. Just like the ceiling looked like it, I don't know, like it was gonna grab you. And the only thing we had was the popcorn ceiling. Like if you lived in apartments, then you know the popcorn ceiling, the little white dots all over your ceiling. And you'll sit there and try to make shit out of them when you're a kid, when you're bored. See, this is what I mean. I'm letting it go out. Gotta put it back in motion. So I end up going and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, whoa, all of these things are so crazy right now. It's just such a different experience. First time is definitely different than the second, third, fourth. It's like you can almost recover from it then. At the time, I couldn't recover from nothing because it was brand new. I'm sitting there, tripping out of my mind in my room, and I get a call. My bro A-Guns, he called me and he's like, By the way, I'm not saying no real names, just so y'all understand. You have to understand where the story is going. I call my bro A Guns, and he's like, yo, our friend, or it's more like an associate at the time, he had called him, or his people had called him, and let him know that our associate had got locked up. He's in jail. So he tells me this, and the first thing that pops in my head was, I was over there at his house yesterday, and he had a jar for pickles, like a big ass pickle jar, filled to the top with weed. And I knew, and A Guns knew, that the next day he was getting evicted because he hadn't paid his rent. So if I can get in there, I got a free pound of weed. It's just like a free whole pound of weed. I'm good. So I'm like, okay, time's passed a little bit now. It's not like 7 o'clock anymore after I've gotten it. Time's passed. It's like 1:30 in the morning. So I live on the opposite side of town at the time. Not really the opposite, but like right smack in the middle. And I have to cut through downtown, which is in the heart of my city. So I have to go through there to get there. And I'm like, there's nothing but police through there. It's almost 2 in the morning. They're for sure gonna see me. And I'm high as hell. You're gonna see my eyes bulging out of my skull. So I end up walking over there, saying fuck it. Getting off the phone with my girl. Like, after my bro had called me, I just got off the phone with her, and she told me to just enjoy my day, you know, do my thing. And she was going to bed anyway. And just told me to be safe. I did not listen. I went out, I went walking, I get there, I make it there. I have to walk about 1.5 miles to get there, plus the 1.5 miles to get back. So I walk over there, and I get there. And to get there, I have to walk over a bridge, and right across the street from the bridge, directly across the street from the bridge, is his house. So I walk across the bridge, and I get there, you know, I'm looking everywhere. There's nobody outside. It's just me. I haven't even seen one police passing through downtown. I get over there. And when I get over there, there's one car that stops at the bridge. And there's a light at the end of the bridge, almost directly in front of the guy's house. So I can't even do what I want to do because the car is sitting there, and I'm so paranoid at the time because I'm under the influence. I just hit a fake knock. I hit the fake knock, and I look over my shoulder, you know, pull this. And I look over my shoulder. I'm just like, whatever. And I walk down the stairs, and instead of taking a right the way I should have went to go home, because that car was still there. The light was green. I watched it turn green. It was red, then it went green, and they sat there. Instead of just walking and taking a right the way I should have went to go home, I went a left like I was going a different way because I didn't want them to follow me and be like, you know. And plus, to get back, I would have to cross that bridge and pass by that car, and they were watching me. I didn't know what was happening. So I just try to play it smart, you know. Have a smarter move. Don't let them catch you. I end up walking down the street. I see the car take off. I turn around. And I just walk back up the street. And I just, in my head, it was not meant to be at the moment. I don't know why, but it wasn't meant to be. So I started walking back home. And when I start walking back home, I walk over the bridge. And I can really give it to you the full map out because it sounds like far with 1.5 miles, but it's not that far with the streets because it's main streets through most downtowns. So I walk over the bridge and I take a right. I'm walking, there's nobody out there. I go ahead and I hit the left, and to get back home I just have to walk this left all the way straight. This road goes all the way down, and it'll take you almost to the highway. It'll probably be about like 6 blocks from the highway. So I walk this one street and I just keep going, keep going, keep going. And as I'm walking, I look over, and it's just a homeless man. Just a regular homeless man, but I can't see his face. I'm tripping bad. Right before I seen this homeless man, I had just looked at the sky, and I know today, like, it was just the clouds. But at the time, it was like a fucking scary owl monster, man. And I just start walking, and I'm staring at him. And I can see the man, like, he's staring at me too as he's walking. He's on the opposite side of the road, walking the other way. And I'm walking up the street. He's walking down the street on the opposite side of the road. So I'm looking at him, man. I'm paranoid now. Why are you staring at me, you know? I'm one of those people. If you're staring at me, I don't know, do you want a picture or something? So I just start walking, and I'm looking at him. Finally, I just say, hey, what's up? Like, that's all I said. Just like that. Like, same amount of speed and everything. I was so fried, I probably said it even more weird. So I said, hey, what's up? This man didn't say a word to me. He was walking, and he just stopped, and he just started walking across the street immediately, just scurried across the street. And I'm staring at him, and my heart just... And I've never explained this story into full detail. Like, everybody that I know knows this story, but, like, I was nervous. I was under, I was under some pressure right there, because I'm seeing shit already. So to me, like, is he real? Is he really there or not? You know? And so he walks up on the curb, and the way it is, the street lights are just, like, damn near every half a block there's a street light. It's kind of spread out, so you can't see everything. But the man walks over there, and he walks up on me, and when he gets up on me, I didn't know what else to do. I didn't. So he walks up on the curb, and I don't know if I think it's a 90s show, but I'm a 2001 baby. So I grew up on the show Gargoyles. If you ever seen the show Gargoyles, it's an animated show. It's just a little cartoon as a kid. I used to sit there and watch it. This man stepped up on the curb, and if y'all remember that little scary gray one, bro, that was him. He stepped up on the curb, and he was a scary gargoyle man. And I wasn't going for it. So I just hit him. Boom. Right off the bat. Straight. So I hit him, and the main thing that he did, he grabbed me immediately. But when he grabbed me, he just, one of those, like, he got me. So when he grabbed me, I grabbed him because, I don't know, followed the leader, I guess. I grab him. When I grab him, we kind of like shake each other and like struggle, and we just both hit the floor. But when I stand up, I'm going all out because I'm terrified. I tried to kick him. His head's here. My foot's here. I missed by a long shot. And for the next, probably like half mile, quarter mile, maybe, I just take off. I just run.
That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run. So I ran to the end of the road. And when I got there, I thought maybe I'd run to the end of town.
I didn't even turn around to see if he was behind me. See, that's where people fuck up. I didn't turn around at all. I just kept going. So I just keep running because I have no other idea on what to do. And I just run. And there's a football field about 3 blocks away from my house. And let me fire this back up, keep messing it. There's a football field about 3 blocks from the house. I end up making it right there, and I see when I finally make it to the football field, I'll turn around. I'm not even tired. At the time, I'm like 280. Now I'm like 180. I make it to the football field, and I turn around, and there's nobody there. I'm not even winded. I kind of like lightly walk back to the house. All my big people know what I mean. I kind of walk back to the house, and when I get there, I'm sitting there, and it finally hits me. I'm just, and all of this has happened so fast. Like, I left the house at like 1:30. By the time I got back home, it was already like probably like 2:20, 2:15, maybe. Like, it wasn't a long thing. I did this quickly and got back home. My mom ends up, she has to come home. So I pretend to be asleep, and I just lay there and fake it for the rest of the night. Just laying in the bed. I lay in the bed, tripping bad. The floor disappeared at one point. It was just a black hole. I couldn't get out of bed because the bed felt like it was reclined back, so I was just leaning backwards. I couldn't do anything. But what I end up doing the next day is the funny part. Because my girl, she comes over and I have a scratch on my face. This man had scratched me and I was so scared. I was genuinely scared because I didn't know if he gave me something. That's one of my biggest fears. I was scared that he gave me like some type of herpes AIDS type of thing on my face. And like, I might actually have the picture still. I might actually post a picture. I don't know. It was younger me, so I don't know. But he scratched my face and I was just so scared because I was like, he gave me like some herpes or ringworms or some shit on my face. And I didn't like it. My girl comes over the next day. She already knows what happened, but her mom, she doesn't know anything. She comes over and she's like, damn, like what happened to your face? And I mean, I'll be honest, she's white, so I was like, I don't want to scare her. I don't want her to think that like her daughter's boyfriend is just crazy out here fighting homeless people at 2 a.m. So what I say is, I'm like, I was laying there and my dog, he just jumped up and he just scratched my face. And she didn't say nothing about it. She looked at me funny, but she didn't say nothing about it. She just was like, okay. You know, hit me with one of them like, okay. But it was like, okay that you were like, I don't know, she might say something, you know? But yeah, man, that's the story. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, because it is like, man, it is like 5:44 in the morning. So go ahead and wrap this up. Probably edit this when I wake up. Maybe shoot another video. But look, if you like the video, if you like the story, stay tuned. Like I said, hit the like on there if you actually like the video. Comment if you liked it or didn't like it. I don't care. Comment on the video. Let me know what you thought about the story. This channel is gonna be plans and stories and all things 420. If you're into any of that stuff, come tune in with me. This is my channel, Ghetto Gardens. Share this shit. Blow it up if you wanna. But alright, man, I'm out. High as a bitch, and I ain't even finished this shit.